All right, let's come to this first. This week's SA vaccination drive was short of jabs. The country expects to receive, though, more than 5 million Pfizer doses from the US soon. Let's get an update now on this week's rollout with Bhekisisa, Editor-in-Chief. That's Mia Malan. Mia, always a pleasure to talk to you, and thank you for your time. Let's start here. We understand this week the country was short of vaccines. I mean, what was the reason behind this?
So what has happened is that Pfizer normally gives us a delivery each Sunday evening. And this month, the deliveries, the number of doses that they delivered were significantly fewer than in June. But we had more people that we were vaccinating, especially with a great turnout of the people between 35 and 49 years of age. And in addition to that, the Aspen 1.49 million doses for J&J that was released on Monday was released to J&J, and J&J then needs to release it to the health department. Now, by the end of yesterday, those doses had not yet been handed over to the health department. They're hoping that that would happen this morning, which means that we didn't have enough doses to use. It is really, in short, pharmaceutical companies not having enough doses to sell us.
Yeah, and with that being said, I mean, when we look at the doses that are expected, at least from the US, we understand that it seems Joe Biden, US president, is trying to keep to his promise here to give over 500, or at least approximately 500 million vaccines to the world by end of 2022. South Africa expected to also receive at least over 5 million of those vaccines.
Yes, 5.6 million, and half of it is supposed to arrive on Saturday, and then the other half is supposed to arrive on Monday, if it all goes according to plan. And that obviously comes at a very good time for us because we don't have enough vaccines. We also are getting another 1.5 million Pfizer doses on Monday. So those are doses that we've bought from Pfizer. The doses from the US that are donations are in addition to that. So, but if you look at how fast we use Pfizer doses at the moment, the dashboard of the health department shows us that yesterday we used 150,000 of them. So if you get 1.5 million Pfizer doses, that's about 10 days of stock. We do have delivery schedules for Pfizer until mid-August. So we're going to get more or less 1.5 million doses each Sunday evening until the 16th of August. But beyond that, we don't have clear delivery dates. And for J&J, we don't have dates that have been announced yet. We only know about the 1.49 million doses. We don't know when the rest will arrive.
Yeah. Would that be just zoning into, the vaccination drive? We know that the acting health minister will give us an update at approximately 7:30 this morning. But from your understanding, I mean, how's it going so far in terms of the different age groups that have, registered and vaccinated so far? The 18 and 34-year-olds obviously being in the spotlight right now, being the recent age group to be expected to receive their jabs. But how's it going in terms of the different age groups, do you think?
So consistently, the group between 35 and 49 have registered on the EBDS each day, many more people than any other age group. We haven't seen the latest statistics for the past 4 or 5 days because the health department took the EBDS data off their dashboard because they're busy updating it. So I don't really know what happened in the past 4 days. But before that, they've consistently, it's been 30, 40, 50,000 of them registering every day. So that's going very well. We know that there are many, many walk-ins of that group. And we know that other groups also do walk-ins now because it's become such a common thing. And that from middle August, people will be able to book their own appointments on the EBDS. So you'll be able to choose your own time, date, and own site where you're going to go for vaccinations. And that should, I think, reduce the anxiety of waiting for an appointment SMS. We know those SMSs take quite long at the moment. And sometimes people receive an SMS of a site that's not close to their home. So when they have the power to really select where they would like to go, I think things will go better. And we know from the 1st of September, we're going to have many, many more people coming because we're opening it up essentially for everyone above the age of 18. So what is happening at the moment is we have the capacity, according to the health department, to scale up to 300,000 jabs per day, but we don't have enough vaccines yet. And until we get that, the estimation is that it will take about a week to 10 days to reach that point. Until we reach that point, we can't do that many jabs. Even though we've got the capacity, we don't have enough vaccines to do that.
Right. And what about a vaccine hesitancy here, especially those who haven't vaccinated yet, but I've seen some of the comments and some of the posts on social media by those who've vaccinated, and even perhaps those who've shared some of the side effects that they've received or witnessed from their loved ones and family members or friends after receiving their vaccines?
So in all countries, we see that once people start to vaccinate in a country, vaccine hesitancy goes down a bit because people get so excited about being vaccinated, and also because a vaccine, they compete to have an appointment for a vaccine, so it becomes a bit of a hot commodity. However, we have contradictory results from surveys in the country. For instance, a survey came out from Afrobarometer this week that indicated that about half of people say they will go for a vaccination, where we had a NITSCRAM study result previously that said 70% of people say they will go for a vaccination. So the results don't always add up, but what we do know from other countries and from social media is that people are getting excited, and that in other countries, people the vaccine hesitancy also goes down a bit once we start with wide vaccinations.
All right, we'll leave it then. Thank you for speaking to us. Malan, Bhekisisa, Centre for Health Journalism's editor-in-chief. Thank you for your time.